Lick your fingers.
Disgusting.
Mine was very grooved and curvy, just like my body, right? He's smacking it. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie, and today we are back with another mukbang. Woo! Guys, I'm proud to announce, well, I guess not proud, I'm embarrassed to announce that TikTok has now infiltrated my TikTok, my Instagram, my second channel, now my main channel.
What's poppin', bitch?
If you guys don't follow my other channel, I've been doing a lot of like TikTok food hacks, TikTok decides what I eat for 24 hours, TikTok dancing, TikTok this,
Tickety-tock that.
I'm a TikTok star.
so I'm just gonna put that out there. Ra-ta-ta-ta. Yes, I am. And so today we are sitting here and we are going to be doing all of the most famous TikTok Chick-fil-A food hacks, which is kind of insane that TikTok is this smart because I feel like I've Googled fast food hacks,
It's
Chick-fil-A
not the TikTok,
hacks.
it's the people, the young, the Gen Zs, Gen Ys, Gen ABCs.
Jen Stephanie Sue, because she's so young and hip.
Bitch. I'm so hip.
Why are you looking at me like that? Today I've decided to recreate all of them sitting here in front of you with some ghost stories. So it's gonna be a very interesting video. So in front of us I have a salad, but we're not gonna eat the salad. You buy for the container. Because young people don't eat greens. We don't eat greens.
So young people are wasteful.
Yeah, no, but they probably like put the salad somewhere else.
And give it to who?
Their moms.
We've got this salad for the container. We've got 2 mac and cheeses with bacon. We've got 2 large waffle fries. One's down here, a small one up here. We've got a spicy chicken sandwich, a regular chicken sandwich, a bunch of sauces. Specifically, you need these sauces: Chick-fil-A sauce, Polynesian sauces, buffalo sauce, sweet and spicy sriracha sauce, and herb ranch sauce, as well as grilled nuggets, spicy chicken tenders, and 2 things of chicken nuggets.
How many things are we making?
Like 8 things, like 8 hacks that I've been dying
There's
to
that
try.
many hacks?
Yes, sir. Okay, so I'm just gonna get started. I'm gonna start like hacking it up for you guys. I'm just gonna make sure. Okay, this one's the spicy chicken, so we're gonna put that on the side. We're gonna get the regular chicken, yeah. So, oh my god!
Oh my god, what a noob.
Oh my god! So does that mean you lied to me? Here is what the most infamous Chick-fil-A hack, which is called the wet Sammy, the wet sandwich. So you get a regular chicken sandwich. You place it outside of the bun, okay? Now you're specifically gonna need, I wrote these down, sweet and spicy sauce and a Chick-fil-A sauce, okay? So you get these 2 sauces.
Is sauce free at Chick-fil-A?
Yes.
It is?
Yeah. I mean, I think they limit you, but...
That's good.
Okay, so then now you're gonna do this, and a lot of these TikTokers do it in the car, and I'm like, damn, y'all ballsy. So you're gonna put a little bit of the Chick-fil-A sauce into all of it. You're gonna put most of the Chick-fil-A sauce into the sweet and spicy sauce. Why am I talking like that? I'm so sorry. So it looks like this. You just kind of mix it. They mixed it with a French fry because they're resourceful.
Can you do that?
And I'm so excited about the future of our nation because these kids, they be really smart.
Wasn't back in the days people say like these kids must be stopped?
I think only Rice Gum said that.
Oh.
Are you dead quoting Rice Gum right now? Good. Now
So
you grab
now
this.
it's like everybody follow these kids.
You grab this. You dump the sauce in
What are
there.
you doing?
Dump the sauce
There's
in there.
more sauce.
You don't need all of it. Now, this chicken sandwich that we took out of the bag, take out the bun. Take out the meat. Throw the meat in there. Lick your fingers.
Disgusting.
Now close it up and shake it. Are you seeing this? Ah! I'm so freaking excited. Okay, I'm gonna open it.
I don't feel like that was good shaking.
No. Okay, you shake it. Okay, shake it up real good, boo-boo. Meanwhile, I will be doing the biggest duty in the world. He's smacking it.
Oh,
So
that's
now,
saucy.
you open it up, and your
No,
Chick-fil-A
the top, show the top. Wait,
is
the
saucy.
question, isn't that just putting sauce on the freaking...
No, they say it tastes better. So you got the bottom bun. Get
That's
the
it?
pickle side.
Do you want some lettuce on there since you're not going to eat it?
No.
Okay.
And then you put the sauce on there. Okay, are you guys ready for the first bite of this Chick-fil-A hack? It's like putting sauce on there.
Yeah. I don't know what that was all about.
Yeah.
It's very good, but
It's very good, but
People say you can get viral for anything on TikTok.
how do we feel about that? I feel like maybe it wasn't the best thing, but it's not the worst. It's kind of good, actually.
what are you doing with the spicy?
Holy shit, Poo Poo, you hungry? Holy shit. Wow, okay. See, here's the thing. I'm trying to understand when to use this hack, because technically if you were to sit down, mix the two sauces together and dip it in, I feel like you have a little bit more control on the sausage. The TikTok that I saw, the fried chicken inside their fried chicken sandwich was a little bit more even. Mine was very grooved and curvy, just like my body, right?
Okay.
And so I feel, wait, we need all of the ingredients. Put the strip back. You can eat the salad, okay? You can eat the salad.
But I don't want the salad.
So then you start thinking to yourself, maybe this hack is made for people who are driving, because you can't be dipping while you're driving. But then you still have to mix the sauce before you start driving. I guess it makes sense. I guess it's a hack. I don't know what I would rate this, okay?
I rate this 5 out of 10
The fuck? That is so low. Why?
because
Why?
that's not really a hack.
So this is the salad. I know y'all have never seen one on this channel before. It's first time for everything. Can you open it, sir? I don't even know how to work a salad.
Have you had this salad before?
No, I've never had salad before.
Should we try it first?
Yeah. But we can't use the dressing. I need to use the dressing for something else. So what you need for this one, I wrote it down because it gets complex. So stay with me here, guys. You're gonna need a bunch of fries. Can I get those fries back? Thank you, sir. You're gonna need a bunch of fries. Now, you're gonna need to throw in an entire thing of nuggets.
Wow, geez Louise, are y'all looking for someone?
Okay, they probably are.
I'm right here.
Take me.
Take me.
Okay. And then in this one, we're going to be adding in a zesty buffalo sauce right here.
What does zesty mean?
It's just like kind of tangy and you know? And then you're gonna need to throw a garlic and herb ranch in here. Just like that. Okay, so that one's in there. We're gonna keep that in there for now. And I have a bunch of other things to do. So the next one we gotta do is with the grilled nuggets. Apparently, if you throw in half a thing, grilled nuggets, this is supposed to be healthy buffalo nuggets, right?
I'd rather eat that with the Chick-fil-A sauce.
You close the lid. You shake in the grilled nuggets. Hold on to your tits now because we've got a lot of things in the works. That's hack number 3. This is hack number 2. We just did hack number 1 with the chicken sandwich, the wet sandwich, okay? And now we've got the chicken strips. This is hack number 4. Apparently, if you eat chicken strips with avocado lime ranch dressing, chef's kisses. We're gonna try that. But before we do, we're gonna leave out, I got 3 pieces. We're gonna try 2 pieces with the avocado ranch. Will you put the avocado ranch near here? You don't have to put it on there. Now that we've taken out 2 of these, now you're probably wondering, well, Stephanie, what are you gonna do with those 2?
I'm telling you, this is science, okay?
Get this basket right here. Get a mac. Throw the mac in. You got the macs in there, okay? Now you're gonna add in, get your scissors, because apparently you're not in the car, you're home when you do this. Cut up chicken strips, okay?
If you don't have scissors, just use your mouth. You know?
Honey, you
Yeah.
say that a lot for a lot of things. Okay, now you're gonna need a handful of fries. Throw those in,
Oh my god.
okay? And then you just kind of open up the mac, okay? Then you sprinkle in some cheese.
Where you got that cheese from?
From the refrigerator.
Okay, so this is not full Chick-fil-A.
No, and then you pop it into the microwave. Okay, now while that's being popped, next hack, grab your Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich. Open up your mac and cheese.
No.
Throw it in.
No.
Pop it off.
No. Don't do that. Oh my.
I'm
No, I
just
don't
going
like
to
that.
take out a tiny bit of mac, okay, and then try to bite into it. So this is what it looks
Wait,
like.
what happened to all the other food? I thought you were gonna make everything.
Oh, these are all pretty much made. Hold on, let me just bite it. I'm really hungry. Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I question this one. Okay,
Very good.
I'm just gonna put some Chick-fil-A sauce on there. Mm-hmm. Just to make sure. Actually, I need a fork. I used that other one to throw at you.
These fries were probably
good.
the most second-rated, highly rated hack.
You know what? This works.
It works. It makes it creamier. Tastes like a $19 mac and cheese burger from like Cheesecake Factory.
Because mac and cheese, this one's very light. Wow. Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Excuse me, Charlie. Maybe.
Did you just say "excuse me, Charlie"? As if Charlie D'Amelio owns Chick-fil-A and TikTok and
wow.
It's good. Do you like that better than the wet sandwich?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
This is a real hack.
Okay, so this is the second famous one after the wet sandwich, which are these crazy loaded wet fries. And so it's got buffalo sauce. Maybe in a second. I'm going to try these. Buffalo sauce, nuggets, fries, and ranch sauce,
Wow,
okay?
This is good.
So I'm going to try a big bite of this. It's good. So, what they tell you to do is order a nugget meal with nuggets, fries, get buffalo sauce, get ranch sauce, and then ask for an empty salad container on the side, and then you can mix it in the car. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Wow.
You know what this
The Mac burger, 10 out of 10.
What?
This one, probably a 7 out of 10.
This one I think would be good if you have like staler fries, and let's say maybe you didn't eat it right away in the car. Right? Because it makes the fries more moist. Right? Not bad, TikTok.
What's next?
Avocado lime ranch tenders. This is a very busy video. Okay, ready? This is my favorite hack.
Shut up. Give me some.
Oh my god. Dude. What does that even taste like? It's so good. It's so good.
Wow. You know what it is? At the end of the day, they got some good sauce.
Lamb.
They got
Like
the
everything
sauce.
is using sauce in here, you know? Okay, so let's try this deluxe mac with the fries, cut up chicken
Oh my
strips.
god, this is good.
Right?
I will give that another 10 out of 10.
Oh my god. Dude, I keep saying dude. Why? Why do I keep saying dude? Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is not the best mac and cheese. We've had this discussion before. Once you add in the fries and the chicken nuggets, suddenly really good.
Can I try some? Wow.
I don't know how, I don't know who, but that shit is good. What do you think? Suddenly it's so much better, right?
Give that
This is still my fave.
a 7 out of 10 as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw some sauce onto the side here for us to dip.
Yeah.
Save this for my salad. Today's stories are going to be very interesting. We've got some true ones. We've got some fake ones. That's the buffalo grilled chicken. And allegedly, you're supposed to dip it into the ranch. Otherwise, it's not good. So here you go, sir. Here's the ranch. Ow. Mmm. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What are you doing?
It's a new dance.
What's the new dance? Oh, I haven't seen that one.
I mean, they don't do it like that. It's all like, wow, my bones are fucking cracked. Wow, these are good. Okay,
What about that nugget? Are you gonna eat it?
you're supposed to drench it in buffalo sauce. Let me just check. I mean, it's just the same as this. I don't think we need to.
Then I'm just gonna use this sauce then.
Yeah, this is so good. Please try this. Out of all of them, this is my favorite. I was skeptical. I was so skeptical. Because like this, if you think about it, these crazy fries don't look that good. So good. How?
Wow, mac and cheese?
So much better, right? Oh my god. Da-da-da-da. Now, today's first story starts with a man who lives at home. He lives in this apartment. Let's call him John, okay? John lives in this apartment, and John doesn't really leave the apartment too much. And there's a reason that he doesn't leave. He was recently in a life-changing car accident that put him in a wheelchair. By the way, this is not a real story, so it's okay. We don't have to feel too bad for John. John doesn't leave his apartment. He was in a car accident to the point where he has a lot of PTSD that even the sight of seeing a car driving over the speed of like 10 miles an hour gives him like anxiety. Like he starts just feeling lightheaded and anxious. And this is a really big problem because once you step outside, all you see are cars driving anywhere you go. Even to get to the airport, to leave to a place that doesn't have cars is very rare, but you're going to be in a car and there's going to be cars. And on top of that, he is now bound to a wheelchair. And so there's just a lot of adjusting that he had to do during this period. And one of his good friends by the name of Kevin was like, hey, listen, John, I know that, you're adjusting right now and you're going through a lot. You want to see the world, but you can't see the world. And I recently found out about a lot of people on this little support group that they go on Google Maps, like Street View, and they can kind of still see things, and it feels a lot more authentic because obviously if you go on Instagram, those pictures of Greece, those pictures of Paris, they're highly edited and you only see one angle and it doesn't feel like you're there. Like you want to see the pictures of the Eiffel Tower while there's people walking by, while it's a busy street. That's how you feel like you're really there. And obviously there's not like the, what do you call it? VR isn't there yet, right? And so he's like, why don't you try looking at Google Maps if you're bored, right? I like to use Google Maps Street View for a lot of different things. And so John was like, you know what? I got nothing to do today anyway, so let me use it. So he goes onto Google Maps and he does Street View and he starts looking up places like Paris, Shanghai, London, and he immediately is like, oh, this is kind of cool. Okay, and so he goes onto Google Maps and he's going through all of these different places. He starts to really enjoy it. Now, for the purpose of this story, I don't know if it is, but he said that all of the faces that he saw on Google Maps were blurred out for privacy reasons. Why do I feel like that wasn't the case? I also read a really sad article about how Google Maps was providing an insight for people who had passed people.
Having a what?
Like dead loved ones, past loved ones.
What insight?
A lot of people were finding them on Google Maps. Like them just like loading up their car while Google Maps like took a satellite image.
That's
it's a
kind of
strange
weird.
experience, yeah. Yeah. So he hops onto Google Maps and he starts transporting himself to places like Paris, to Hong Kong, to London, and he really liked it. He liked the aspect that he could put his cursor onto the screen and just kind of move it around, truly as if he is standing there and he is turning around to the right, to the left, walking forward a little bit. And obviously everything's delayed. Everything feels through the screen, but at this point, this is as good as it gets for him. He's excited. And his favorite part is that he gets to look at these passerbys. It's not an empty street. It feels very authentic. It feels like there's a lot of people there. And so he'll just see a bald dude walking by in a suit and he starts thinking, I wonder if he's going to work or if he's coming home from work. And he gets his imagination going. Now, he gets to a specific street in Paris where all of a sudden he gets really sad. And he sees this woman walking by herself and she has this gray shoulder bag just kind of draped over her shoulder. And she's walking with these tight black pants and a white t-shirt, and she's got these really cute red sneakers. I think they're like red Vans, and she's walking, right? She's got her hair all tied up messy, but her face is blurred. And he gets really sad and he's like, damn, if this were a different life, or if my life were different, that could be me. Like I could be walking near this woman, holding her hand, going through the streets of Paris. I don't know. She just looked so relaxed. He felt like if her face wasn't blurred, she'd be having a big smile, even though she was alone and wasn't talking to anyone, because she's just having a nice day in Paris. And he's like, that can never happen to me anymore because now after this accident, I'm in a wheelchair. I can't just stroll down the little side streets of Paris anymore. And so he gets sad and he shuts off his laptop and he goes to bed. Now the next morning he wakes up and is like, you know what, that was still fun. It was sad, but it was still fun. And so he decides to look at a couple more places. And so he decides, you know what, let's take a browse in Tokyo. So he does a Google Street View in Tokyo. And he's just kind of scrolling around, looking at all the scenery of the buildings, all the Japanese characters that he sees, you know. And all of a sudden, something catches his eye on the screen, which is red sneakers. And so he goes, well, a lot of people have red sneakers. And he looks at the person that's wearing the red sneakers, and she's sitting down waiting for a bus to approach. And she has the same black pants, the same tied hair, a white t-shirt, and a gray shoulder bag. It seems like the same outfit, the same everything, the same stature. Like, it's not like suddenly she had gained 100 pounds or lost 100 pounds, you know? Everything seemed eerily similar. And so he's like, wait a second, this is very, very strange.
Yeah.
But you know what? At the same time, he keeps trying to remind himself, dude, John, you're being an idiot. It's not like these are like live view of Tokyo and Paris. Like, maybe even if it were the same person, crazy coincidence, but people travel, John, unlike me, you know, people travel. So he just kept trying to tell himself that, and he's like, okay, well, this kind of ruined Tokyo for me. I don't want to go back to Tokyo. And so then he's like, let me check in Berlin. So he goes to Berlin and he's just looking around and he's like, wow, Berlin's really different from Tokyo, when all of a sudden he sees in the corner of his eye red sneakers. And so he switches the screen to see the lady in full view. And it's a woman standing, waiting for the crosswalk to change the light so that she can cross the road in red sneakers, black pants, a white shirt, and a gray shoulder bag. And so immediately he starts freaking out. And he texts his friend Kevin and he says, listen, Kevin, I need you to go on Google Maps and I need you to look in on this street. He saw all of the street signs and he says, look in this street in Paris, Tokyo, and Berlin. And so after some time, obviously, because this is a very strenuous activity, Kevin texts him back and goes, oh yeah, I see the lady that you're talking about, but I only see her in Berlin. And so he's like, what do you mean? You don't see her in Paris or Tokyo? And he goes, no, I even went down like a block all the ways and I don't see her at all. I don't see any red sneakers. I don't see white t-shirt or black pants on a woman anywhere. And so John is like, okay, this is very, very strange. And so he goes back to Paris to the same street and he sees yet again the same woman. But this time, she's not just walking. She's looking inside her bag. And then he goes, okay, well, let me try going back to Tokyo. And he goes back to Tokyo, and this time, she's petting a cat that's, you know, in someone's arms. And so he starts thinking, okay, this is crazy, John. Like, at the end of the day, you don't see her face. There's no way to prove that this is the same woman. Like, it's creepy, it's weird. Maybe this is like some sort of Easter egg for Google Maps. Like, maybe they just like put these little surprises. Google's a quirky company, you know? Maybe it's that. Maybe it's a prank. Maybe Google Maps was hacked. Or maybe every single time it's like a Where's Waldo game, but it's this woman. He was just like, okay, maybe it's all that. Or maybe it's my isolation. Maybe I haven't gone out on a date in a while, and maybe I miss women, and so I'm just keep imagining my little soulmate up in all these places. And he's just like, it's just strange, okay? And he's like, I feel like I'm following her. Like, I feel like I'm stalking her. And so to put a test to the theory, he decided to check in London, where she was about to board a bus, in Sydney, where she was texting on her phone, and Hong Kong, and Shanghai, and just anywhere that he put his cursor on Google Maps, she was there in the same outfit. Then he decided to check in his hometown. So he's like, okay, let me just check like City Hall of my hometown, because this is weird. Maybe she's just an international traveler. And so he checks in his hometown, and there she is. But this time it's a little different, because it seems like the body is pointing directly towards the camera of the street view. And so he gets a little bit creeped out. And so he's like, okay, well, this is definitely a coincidence. I mean, this place is miles away from my house. And then he was like, oh, my house. And so then he types in his apartment complex address. And all of a sudden, he sees red sneakers in his parking lot on Google Maps. And so immediately he goes, okay, I can't do this anymore. And he clicks out of Google Maps and he's like, fuck this. I'm not gonna be doing this anymore. I'm not gonna go on Google Maps. I only see her when I'm on Google Maps. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm just not gonna go on Google Maps. This is a troll. And so he clicks out of Google Maps, and then all of a sudden he gets a notification on his phone. And it says,
Motion has been detected at your front door.
Oh my god.
and so he picks up his phone, and it could be food delivery, it could be anything, right? And he opens it up, and he sees red sneakers, black pants, a white shirt. But what's creepy is, this isn't Google Maps,
Yeah.
but her face was still blurred and staring into his doorbell camera. Are you creeped out?
No. If the doorbell rings right now,
I'll be so creeped out, bitch. I will literally pee myself. Was that not creepy?
I thought it was, they found out, oh man, he's playing too much Sims. It's just like same character. What's more creepy is he found out that it was a whole conspiracy from Google. The whole Google map was fake. Imagine the whole thing he found out. Because nobody travels around the world on Google Maps. And you turn out they're just putting fake people everywhere.
Why?
Why?
Go deeper. Uh-huh.
Because
It's good. No, it's good. I relate. I see it. I mean, I see the whole thing playing out in my head. It just like makes a lot of sense. Okay, can you go into the freezer and grab the ice cream? So this hack can't be done the proper way, but I'm gonna try to do it as best as I can because Chick-fil-A, they have ice cream cones. And so you get a large half sweet, half unsweetened iced tea, and you get Chick-fil-A's ice cream, vanilla ice cream inside of a cone, and you just dump it in. So we got some vanilla ice cream. Let me try this. What the hell? Why is it so fluffy? It's like a vanilla cloud. It's so good. You want to try some?
I'm okay.
Oh my god. And now we're going to dump in spoonfuls of this vanilla ice cream. Wow, this is some banging vanilla ice cream. If you guys are in LA or live in LA or visiting, you have to try Salt and Straw. It's some of my favorite ice cream ever.
In the sweet tea.
Hold on, I need
And
more.
how do you eat it? Do you drink it? Or
Yeah,
do
you just
scoop
drink it. I mean, I guess we can try both. The one that I saw, she was drinking it.
I don't know. Oh, wait. This is vanilla ice cream?
Yeah.
So do you think in sweet tea that's going to be kind of like a bubble tea effect? Because it's a lot of milk and cream.
We tried one at McDonald's, which was coffee creamer inside of their sweet tea. And it didn't hit the spot for me. It didn't
No.
taste like bubble tea too much.
No.
Give me the straw. The weakest little grass straw that ever existed in the history of the world. I don't know if you guys can see, but it looks kind of like a... it looks floating. And just...
You're doing the top part. With the ice cream. Is it gross?
It kind of tastes like milk tea. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Hold on. Now I need to know. It kind of tastes good. I don't understand what I'm eating right now.
Let me tell you.
But this vanilla ice cream, banger. Holy cow. What do you think? Nothing?
It's not bad.
But it doesn't taste like milk tea?
But at the same time,
Yeah.
I think I might have just enjoyed it eating them separately. You know, sometimes all the other ones, like you put them together, there's some chemistry and magic happen. Like these two, just there. You
It's
know?
like our relationship.
Yeah, just there. Not going nowhere, but you know, it's just there. You like that?
That was a good one.
Yeah,
I see what you mean.
yeah.
Yeah, that's strange.
Maybe it's not the right ice cream. You know?
Yeah, there's this little more like ice cream machine ice cream. Like soft serve. This one's like ice cream.
This one's like self-serve.
Wow. This next one that I'm about to tell you guys is maybe real, maybe fake. We don't know yet. But what's very intriguing about it is it has a lot to do with Shane Dawson's documentary about conspiracies of how he recently talked about and put everybody into a frenzy, including people on TikTok. Literally, there are so many people on TikTok that are going to all of these Airbnbs across the globe, and they're finding a lot of suspicious things. Like hidden cameras. This one girl,
Wait, what's
she
Shane
got
Dawson's conspiracy about?
hidden cameras inside of hotels, Airbnbs, and for rental properties from landlords.
Isn't that the Korean thing?
Yeah,
Korea?
yeah. Like we were on this train a while ago when we went to Korea. Korea is, I think, one of their biggest problems. Well, not one of their biggest problems. A big problem that seems bigger in Korea than it seems here, from what I know, is hidden cameras. There's a huge market for people in Korea that want to purchase hidden camera feed, which is very intriguing. I think this whole thing is strange because for me, logically, it doesn't make sense. I feel like especially in 2020, there's a lot of free content on the internet.
But it's a different type of thing.
I know, I feel
People
like
wanna
that's
creep on people.
gross. I don't know, I think it's weird. I just imagine a bunch of like weirdos that want to see like people changing or showering, which then
Yeah.
I have the question of, it's 2020, there's so much free content of people doing much more exciting things than showering butt naked, you know? Why wouldn't you just watch that? It makes no sense. I don't know. I personally don't understand it. I feel like most of the time it'd be boring to watch it because I can't imagine everybody has crazy, intense, fun lives, right? And so it's the whole theory of anywhere you go, they could be selling your feed because people pay top dollar for hidden camera fees. And so this girl, she watched the documentary that Shane Dawson put out, and she was browsing
This is a real
Reddit.
story?
It seems like it, but we don't know,
shoot.
right? And she was browsing Reddit, and she kind of started getting a little bit paranoid. So she's sitting inside of her apartment, and she's like, now I think everything's a hidden camera. That picture frame over there, that freaking outlet, there's a little hole in the ceiling. Is that a hole? Is that a speck? Like, that looks like a camera. She's just looking around everywhere, and she's like, suddenly, she was just kind of clothed in bed, and suddenly she's like lifting up her blanket, like, I just feel like someone's watching me. And she's like, okay, first of all, you're being a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Nobody is watching you. Your landlord's a nice dude. He lives right next door. He's not even like that creepy dude. You've lived here for some time and nothing's creepy. But for some reason, she couldn't shake the fact that she just felt like she was being watched now. And so she's like, okay, this is not healthy to not feel like super comfortable in your own apartment. So she went online, she bought a bunch of those like black lights. She bought a bunch of like little radio detectors to like detect if there's like frequency signals coming out of something that shouldn't have a frequency signal, And so she purchases all of these things. She waits 2 days. Now, during those 2 days, she's on edge. She said, what if this person is a foot fetisher? And so she was wearing socks all day, literally consciously thinking about it. She's like, this is weird. What if they're trying to sell my feet images somewhere? What if, I don't know. And so she's doing all of this. Amazon Prime delivers. She opens up her boxes, rips it apart, grabs the black light, turns off the lights, turns on all these frequency finders, spends hours and hours going through every inch of her apartment. And nothing. That's where it got scary. She said immediately when she started finishing looking in her apartment and she found nothing, that's when her heart dropped. Because that's when she realized that she should have found something. And she feels weird. And the reason that she's this paranoid is because now she's realizing, wait a second, there are things that were done that made me feel paranoid. It's not that I'm just a paranoid person. It's because randomly my landlord will ask me about random TV shows that, it's not like Game of Thrones. It's like I watch this one show that, some people watch, not everybody watches. I'm myself, and he would ask me about it, and I'd be like, that's weird. I don't know why. Like, he doesn't seem like the type to watch that. And then she's like, okay, obviously, calm your tits. He literally lives right next door. He probably, you probably play the TV too loud, girl, right? And then she's like, that's just so strange. And then she's like, You know, and then there was that one time where my sink was broken and I didn't call him, and he emailed me to see when I'd be home for him to fix my sink.
What?
And then she was like, no, I already thought about it. I thought about that, and I told all my girlfriends, and they said, yeah, it's probably a plumbing issue within the building. Like, it's a multiple, like a 4-apartment complex house looking thing. And so she's like, okay, yeah, maybe it's not that. But something inside of her just couldn't shake the idea, right? And so she's like, okay, obviously you're being paranoid. You watch too much TV. And she's like, I need to leave the house.
Too much YouTube.
Yeah, too much YouTube. She's like, I need to leave the house. And you know what? Stop watching Stephanie Sue. I'm just kidding. I need to leave the house. And so she texted all of her friends and she was like, hey, let's just go get some drinks tonight. I need to take my mind off of things. I think maybe I'm too strung out on work. Maybe I'm just too stressed, you know?
Yeah.
And so she texts her girlfriends and she's getting ready to go out when something in the corner of her eye catches. And she gets closer. She's like, oh my God, you freaking idiot. It's not a camera, right?
Yeah.
It looks like a paint chip. And so then she's like, wait a second. I never hung anything there. That's not like a highly visited wall that I walk past all the time. Why would there be a paint chip?
Okay.
And so then she walks closer and closer. And there's a hole in the wall.
Did she peek into it?
And see red? That's so creepy. I'm so creeped out. Is that not creepy?
Yeah, it is freaking creepy. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then those story of single-sided mirror.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, those are creepy. Yeah, I heard a lot of stories of Airbnbs. They have hidden cameras on the shower head, or you know how the shower head is attached to a wall. Sometimes the wall will have cracks on it where the shower head is, and you just think, well, this is maybe an older place, right? Maybe it's just the walls are cracking.
Yeah.
And then I forgot if it was a rental property or an Airbnb, but there was a whole article on it, and she looked, and there was a camera right where the shower head comes out of the wall.
Oh, but you never really look into that. That's
because also it's a little more natural over time that part might crack in a wall.
Weren't you the one that told me about on the Airbnb website? They say if you ever found that there's cameras or anything in the house, we're just gonna refund you the money.
Yeah. I mean, these are all necessities. It's crazy because Airbnb is kind of like Uber for me. They're necessities and they're so convenient when you need it. But then when you really take a step back and you just sit there and you think about it, you're like, that's insane that we live in a world that we just get into strangers' cars. Or we just go to a stranger's house for the weekend. If you really just sit there and you just ponder that shit, you're gonna get creeped out. Let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on these TikTok Chick-fil-A hacks? Do you think TikTok has better food hacks than Google or Pinterest? Let me know in the comments. Have you guys ever tried any of these? And if you guys have Chick-fil-A hacks that are even better that I haven't tried, leave those in the comments as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.